Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And this is your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, April 17, 2023. The Bloodline and the Judgment Day start a short-term partnership. You heard right, guys. This actually brought me back a little deja vu to the days of the corporate ministry, the Ministry of Darkness and the corporation coming together back in the Attitude Era. But we'll talk about this and so much more and everything here on Monday Night Raw tonight. And we'll hit the introductions and get this party started, so stay right here. And your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show will be coming up next. Don't go away, because I will be right back. See you guys in a little bit.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T. Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring, Big T.
Alright, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you right here right now today. Alright. So, I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys right here right now today. Welcome to the show, and I'm your host, Big T, so let's get into it, folks. First off, you guys know that You can check out my website, www.beyondtheringwithbigt.com. You could, follow me on Twitter at BeyondTheRingBT, like me and follow me on Facebook at Beyond the Ring with Big T, follow me on Instagram at Beyond the Ring with Big T, and you could call into the show live on Skype using Big T_119 if you have any questions or comments about the show. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. It'd be awesome to hear from you. Then if you guys want to help out the show, make sure that you please use the hashtag #JusticeForPretty for pet rights, because pets are family. Me, Mama T, Little Pretty, we all appreciate it very much. And Pretty, you will always be our bright little shining star. And we love you very much forever and ever, my sweet little angel. And then, of course, everybody, don't forget to please donate to the show on PayPal by clicking on this link in the description of this video. Thank you very much. That link that you see Becky Lynch pointing up at, that's the link you want. That link's at the top of the description of this video and every single video that I do. And this link is pinned to the top of the YouTube live chat and the Facebook live comments. And, I got a PayPal button on my YouTube homepage. Any amount that you guys can donate, big or small, would be very much appreciated. It really helps the show out. So, yeah, thank you very much, and donate right now. There you go. Alright. So, now that we got everything underway, and I gotta tell you guys, to be honest, Monday Night Raw tonight wasn't really that good. It really wasn't. It was so just largely unimportant, and the whole thing is they're doing a great job with the storyline with the Bloodline, the LWO, and the Judgment Day. But I'm telling you, the Brock Lesnar Cody stuff was not good, really not good, especially with what happened. Trish Stratus being a heel was just not good. I told you the whole Trish Stratus heel shtick, was not going to work. And sure enough, that's where we're at, where it's not working. And I had that feeling. I really did have that feeling that it just wasn't going to be a good thing. And sure enough, that's what happened. So, let's see what we got here. Alright. WWE Monday Night Raw review results for Monday, April 17th, 2023. We hear from Trish Stratus, Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley in a non-title match, and more. So tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw review results for Monday, April 17th, 2023 came to us live from the Simmons Bank Arena in Little Rock, Arkansas. Last week, Trish Stratus took over for Lita and helped Becky Lynch defend the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. After Lita wasn't able to compete due to an attack that she suffered to the match, by an unknown assailant, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez ultimately came out on top, and Trish then blindsided Becky after the match with an attack, And tonight Trish will answer any remaining questions and provide some insight as to why she did what she did. So we got that. Brock Lesnar will be appearing tonight for the first time since he attacked Cody Rhodes ahead of their scheduled match with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa 2 weeks ago on Raw. Cody has made it clear that he wants to get his hands on Brock Lesnar and even challenged him to a match at the upcoming WWE Backlash Premium Live event on May 6th. I noticed they went back to calling it Backlash instead of WrestleMania Backlash, so that's a good start. WWE United States Champion Austin Theory will be going one-on-one with the winner of the 2023 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner Bobby Lashley. This is certainly not the first time that these two men have met in the squared circle, facing one another on numerous occasions throughout 2022, including Survivor Series, SummerSlam, and several episodes of Raw. I think they even met at Money in the Bank, too, last year. And additionally, Seth freaking Rollins will be squaring off with The Miz. So, this is everything we got. And I gotta say, guys, I really do gotta say that it just, the show fell flat. It really did just fall flat. It was nowhere near as good of a show as I think, people might have expected it to be. There was problems here, which we'll talk about. The Bloodline stuff, of course not. This is why Roman needs to remain champion. I would love for Roman to hold the title till at least SummerSlam. I don't want him losing it at Night of Champions 1,000 days into Cody Rhodes, and he's going to fall 28 days short from breaking Pedro Morales' record. I don't want that. We need Roman to stay champion. But, we're live. Corey, from Little Rock, Arkansas. And, at this point, Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick greet audiences at home as the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman make their way to the ring, all of the Bloodline except for Roman Reigns. So the Bloodline finds themselves some allies. How does this come about exactly? Well, that's what we're here to talk about right now. That's what we're here to talk about right at this moment. How did the Bloodline go ahead and get themselves some allies? Because I'm about to answer all those questions for you guys, actually. So, I hope you're ready. Because here we go. Alright, Paul Heyman introduces himself and says he has information. Heyman says history is about to unfold. The Judgment Day's music hits, and Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley all head down to the ring. Now, the Judgment Day stares down the Bloodline, and Priest singles out Solo in particular. Heyman then says it's a very good day to be a very bad guy. Heyman says none of them are getting into heaven, and Heyman also says that Roman Reigns has engineered and approved of a deal between the Bloodline and the Judgment Day. Jey Uso says they didn't know anything about that. He and Jimmy knew nothing about that. Paul Heyman's like, I know. Heyman also says that Roman didn't want anyone to know except for Solo Sikoa because Heyman and Roman wanted the Usos to be caught off guard by the deal. Heyman then says that even though Finn Balor may not be happy about this, Finn Balor is going to put his feelings aside for the short-term alliance. Heyman then says that Solo Sikoa is equipped to help the Judgment Day deal with Bad Bunny, and then asks Jey Uso to switch with Solo Sikoa, switch positions in the ring with Solo after he stares down Rhea. So, Heyman looks to continue, but Solo continues just staring down Rhea. Heyman asks if everything's okay, and Rhea says it is for now. And, Heyman says the Judgment Day needs to take care of Bad Bunny, while the Bloodline needs to take care of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. Heyman then announces that Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle will be taking on the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag team match later tonight. And Solo Sikoa will be facing Rey Mysterio up next in an effort to take care of the Judgment Day's concerns about him. Heyman even got close with Dominic Mysterio. I was like, I'm sorry, I even have to say his name, but yeah, and then he said Rey Mysterio. So Rey's music hits, and he heads down to the ring, and we got Solo Sikoa versus Rey Mysterio. So the bell rings. Rey delivers a kick to Solo's thigh. Solo fires back with a shoulder tackle and a body slam, and then delivers a stomp and delivers a series of right hands to Rey's spine. Rey delivers a crossbody off the ropes, but Solo sends Rey face first in the middle turnbuckle, as he then delivers another stomp and whips Rey into the corner before both men spill to the outside. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Solo delivers a pair of right hands to Rey and then delivers the hip attack and looks for a leg drop, but Rey moves out of the way and delivers a kick as he follows it up with a few right hands and looks for a moonsault off the ropes, but Solo catches him and plants him with a Samoan drop. Rey sends Solo into the ropes and hits the 619 and then follows it up with a splash as he goes for a pin, but Solo kicks out. The Usos then appear at ringside and stare down Rey, but the LWO Latino World Order appears out of nowhere and takes out Jimmy and Jay. Back in the ring, Rey sets up for a second 619, but Solo catches him and gets him up on his shoulders as Rey escapes and delivers a 619, and then ascends to the top and looks for a splash. Solo ducks out of the way and delivers a Samoan spike to Rey for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. And your winner is indeed Solo Sikoa. So at this point, after the match, the LWO checks on Rey. Solo attacks the Usos. Or Solo and the Usos attack the LWO and Rey Mysterio before Solo delivers Samoan spikes to Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Santos Escobar, and the Usos then deliver the 1D to Rey. So, really, the Bloodline left Carnage in their wake. After this match was over. They did. So the Bloodline actually did a really good job at doing the job that they needed to do for the Judgment Day. Got some more here. Alright. So, we then had, after all this, which was a great segment, to open up the show, Solo and Rey had a good match, The alliance with the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, I think, is a very good thing. If they play their cards right, they could build up something good out of here with a nice feud between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. So I'm liking that. We'll see where all of this is going to go. I'm interested, for sure. But after all this, we then had a video package from earlier today featuring Chad Gable and Maxine Dupree arguing and pleading their cases as to why Otis should go with each of them in the upcoming WWE draft. Back at ringside, Bianca Belair heads to the ring as Damage Control follows. Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai with Bayley and Io Sky in her corner. So, one-on-one non-title match. This was nothing special at all, to be honest with you. It did nothing to really float my boat. The bell rings, both women lock up. Dakota sends Bianca crashing into the mat, but Bianca kips up. Gets up and tosses Dakota across the ring as she looks for a shoulder to her midsection, but Dakota ducks it. Bianca fires back with a single leg drop kick and then hits an arm drag and a moonsault. As she executes a pair of back elbows, but Dakota manages to deliver a pump kick to her head that sends her crashing to the outside as she then hits a second pump kick. We go to commercial and then we come back from the commercial break. Bianca delivers a jawbreaker and looks for a delayed vertical suplex. Dakota escapes before Bianca plants her and hits a drop kick as she then delivers a suplex and rolls through to execute a delayed vertical suplex. She goes flying off the ropes and hits a moonsault and then goes for a pin, but Dakota kicks out. Dakota sets up for the scorpion kick, but Bianca blocks it. And Dakota manages to hit a running boot and ascends to the top. And then she looks for the double stomp. Bianca then rolls out of the way and hits a backbreaker. And then gets her up on her shoulders and sets her up for the KOD, the Kiss of Death. Dakota escapes and Bianca looks for a face buster. But Dakota escapes and sends Bianca into the corner. So she looks for a running knee, but Bianca ducks it and hits the KOD, the Kiss of Death, for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win. Your winner is indeed Bianca Belair, getting the win over Dakota Kai. After the match, Bianca stares down Io Sky because that's the upcoming Raw Women's title match. That's Bianca's next challenge or whatever. This whole damage control thing is dead. You know, the women's division, honestly, it needs a complete overhaul. I'm over it, you know. I really am over it. I mean, it's not improving. You know, there's really nothing good about it. I'm sorry, and, you know, it's just not working out. It's not. It really isn't. I mean, I can't really defend this because it's not good television. You know, it really is not good television. It's just an average women's match that had no special feeling to it. It's like, oh, whatever. We knew Dakota was going to lose, non-title match or not. You know, Bianca Belair's winning. I mean, there was no reason really for any of this, but anyway, we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. And then we head backstage to the Judgment Day discussing Bad Bunny and Solo Sikoa. Paul Heyman walks by and asks the Judgment Day if they're satisfied. Balor says it was a meh job. And Heyman says he can live with that as long as they do the same later tonight, saying, you guys, then you gotta do nah against, you know, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. He says, so that way all of you do not fall into debt with your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Loved it. Because this is how a whole Bloodline feud and Judgment Day feud, it could all happen. So see, that was good. Bloodline segment in the beginning, good. Solo Sikoa and Rey Mysterio, good. Attack after the match, good. The women's match with Dakota Kai and Bianca Belair, no good. And now Bloodline segment, good. Now we're going to something that's not good. And honestly, that was ridiculous in a way. Back at ringside, Cody Rhodes heads down to the ring. First, I'm going to read through everything, then I'm going to explain to you everything that's wrong with this segment, if that makes sense. So, Cody Rhodes calls out Brock Lesnar. Cody does its usual entrance, everything, you know, pyro, whatnot, and then gets in the ring, and Cody asks Little Rock, Arkansas, what do they want to talk about? Cody then says he knows what he wants to talk about and who he wants to talk to. Cody calls out Brock Lesnar, but instead of getting Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes gets Adam Pearce. The WWE official Adam Pearce shows up instead and tells Cody that he can't let him, meet Brock Lesnar in the ring tonight, for a face-to-face confrontation. But Pearce knows it would turn physical, obviously. And Pearce says that Cody is not medically cleared. And says while everyone respects Cody's spirit, he needs to leave the ring right now. So, he's like, you're not medically cleared. And all this and that, and, not 100% medically cleared at least. And, fans boo as Cody debates what to do. Cody thanks Pearce for the respect and says he will leave. Cody shakes Pearce's hand, Adam Pearce's hand, and steps out of the ring. But Cody decides against heading to the back, and Cody ends up grabbing a steel chair from under the ring. Adam Pearce begs Cody not to do something stupid and calls security to the ring to escort Cody out of the ring. So, security surrounds Cody before Brock Lesnar's music hits, and Brock appears wearing a long black trench coat, his black cowboy hat, still the jeans and the usual shirt, but this long black coat. He kind of looked like Brock Lesnar mixed up with the American Badass version of The Undertaker or something. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, Cowboy Brock is literally the evil cowboy now, the outlaw with the big black coat. But anyway, when Brock appears, Cody gets even more upset. Adam Pearce then ups the ante and says that he will give Cody... He will give Cody his match with Brock Lesnar for WWE Backlash as long as he doesn't attack Brock tonight. So Brock calls Cody to meet him on the ramp. Cody debates his next move. Cody ultimately decides to hit the security guards with the steel chair and takes them all down. Even another wave of security arrives, but Cody beats them all down and then goes after Brock Lesnar. Even more security guards appear and they rush Cody Rhodes, and they prevent Cody from getting to Brock. Brock smiles at Cody and then heads to the back as Cody yells at Brock. An irate Cody then levels all the security guards and grabs a microphone, and Cody says that Brock Lesnar can wear his cowboy hat all day long. Cody says he grew up around cowboys and Brock Lesnar will never be a real cowboy because he is a coward. So, that was that. And I gotta say, this segment was, it's sad to say this about a Cody Rhodes segment because you guys know how I feel about Cody, and, I think Cody's awesome, but really, this segment was fucking garbage. This segment was horrible. Now, people are gonna ask, why is this segment horrible? Why? Well, I have a reason for that. Okay? And it's not Cody's fault. It's the way WWE booked this thing and created it. First of all, throughout this segment, we got zero explanation from Brock Lesnar and Cody. In fact, no explanation whatsoever. But definitely no explanation from Brock Lesnar. All Brock did was go there, he stood there, he smiled at Cody, he did this with his hands to show Cody to bring in, that was it. Brock didn't even say a word on the microphone. Nothing. So zero explanation. And then, like I read to you, what was it, 3 different waves of fucking security running down, and these were big waves of security. You know, after a circus of security guards, they couldn't handle one Cody Rhodes. And you're talking like about anywhere between probably, oh my god, literally what, like 25 to 35 security guards, maybe 30 to 40. It was a lot of fucking security guards. And Cody Rhodes took out every single one of them. I mean, the only time security was even able to neutralize and slow Cody down just a little bit was when he tried to run and jump at Brock Lesnar and security caught him and they pushed him back to the ring. That was the only time. Period. You know? I mean, my God, guys, my God. This is terrible. Really, it was. And then here is more problem. You know, I believe the exact number, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the exact number might have been 27 security guards, but I don't know for sure. But, alright, you look at this. You know, Adam Pearce didn't want Cody out there, right? Because Cody is not medically cleared. Let me know if you're following me here. Cody is not medically cleared. So, you know, that's one thing. Adam Pearce is the official for the show. He doesn't want Cody out there because he's not medically cleared, okay? But here's the problem. Cody Rhodes gets a full fucking entrance with pyro. And then Adam Pearce has the balls to come out. And he tells everyone in the audience, and you know, including everybody at home, that Cody Rhodes is not medically cleared. And then Cody, who's not medically cleared, proceeds to beat up 27 security guards all by himself. I mean, period, all by himself. You guys don't see a problem with this? If Cody's not medically cleared, he's not medically cleared, meaning that Cody shouldn't have even been at the arena tonight. You know, let alone making an entrance. Cody, if he was even in the arena, if he's not medically cleared, he should have just been in the back doing a backstage interview if they needed him on TV. But you don't bring him to the ring and have Brock come out, and then on top of that, I mean, this is where it's so stupid. Cody's not medically cleared, but then you let him beat up 27 security guards. I mean, what's the fucking problem here? And no explanation from Brock Lesnar or Cody Rhodes. I mean, I don't get it, guys. I don't. I really don't know. I mean, do you guys see the huge glaring problem with that? I hope you do. I hope you guys see that huge fucking glaring problem. Because that is one big problem right there. That WWE, like, desperately needs to address. Like, Cody, if per storyline he's not medically cleared, he shouldn't have been in the ring. Number 2, did any of you guys notice that Cody Rhodes wasn't even dressed in a suit or street clothes? He was dressed in fucking wrestling gear. Cody Rhodes is literally dressed in wrestling gear when he's not even cleared to wrestle. And then, on top of all this, he calls out Brock Lesnar. Adam Pearce lets it happen, and then comes out and magically tells everybody, "Oh, Cody, you weren't medically cleared by the doctor." So it's like, what's the fucking point here? You know, this is WWE's way of thinking. I don't get it. So, I mean, no. And Cody beating up 27 security guards when he is supposedly hurt and not even medically cleared, but he could beat up 27 security guards. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Good job, WWE. Good job. Wow, dude, this segment was fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. But anyway, we go to commercial, we come back from the commercial break. The Miz heads to the ring as Seth freaking Rollins follows. So now we got Seth freaking Rollins versus the Miz. Miz blindsides Seth and attacks him from behind as he tosses him into the ring steps. And sends his head bouncing off the announce desk and tosses him in the ring. He gets Seth back in the ring and rains down right hands before the referee calls for the bell. The Miz delivers several knees and shoulders to Seth's midsection, but Seth manages to hit a back elbow and clotheslines Miz to the outside. He then hits 3 tope suicidas and charges at the Miz, but Miz sends him into the timekeeper's area. So we go to commercial, we come back from the commercial break, and the Miz ascends to the top, and Miz goes flying. Miz catches, Seth catches Miz with a knee and then sets up for the pedigree, but Miz escapes the pedigree. Seth then lands a kick across the Miz's head and hits a pair of clotheslines. And then, after the pair of clotheslines, he then lands a sling blade and goes for a pin. Miz kicks out before Seth ascends to the top. Miz catches Seth with a pair of right hands and looks to join him up there, but Seth gets Miz into a powerbomb. Miz escapes and hits a code breaker. So Miz escapes and hits a code breaker, then he goes for a pin. Seth kicks out, and the Miz delivers the yes kicks to him. Seth delivers a buckle bomb and ascends to the top and looks for a splash, but Miz gets his knees up. And then after Miz gets his knees up, he looks for the skull-crushing finale. But Seth rolls him up, and Miz reverses the pinfall, but Seth kicks out. Miz manages to lock in the figure 4 leg lock, but Seth grabs the bottom rope to break the hold. Miz looks to lock it in for a second time, but Seth rolls him up, and the Miz kicks out and delivers a pair of DDTs. Both men end up on the top rope, where Seth manages to hit the Miz with a superplex as he follows that up with the Falcon Arrow and the curb stomp for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner is Seth freaking Rollins. So, I gotta say, now that match was decent. That was honestly the best Miz match that we got in probably since COVID began. Probably for like the last 3 years or so. This is the best Miz match we got. You know, Miz hasn't had a match like this in a long time. I mean, Miz and Seth do have some chemistry. But here's the thing. There was no point in this match. There was no reason for me to care about this match. Because I didn't care. You know, I've already seen this before. Why did I want to see The Miz versus Seth freaking Rollins again? I don't. What's up, Darth? Thank you for the hashtag Justice for Pretty. Alright, so that's what this segment was, and or that match. And now we get to some more good stuff. See, anything involving the Bloodline or opponents of the Bloodline is always a big deal. We had backstage to Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle all together strategizing for their match later tonight against the Judgment Day. Sami says Riddle has some ideas, but KO cuts him off and tells him to leave the planning to himself and Sami. Sami tells KO to give Riddle a chance, and Riddle outlines his plans for a new move. KO hates the idea and loses it, but Riddle says he was joking and tells the two of them he is not here to be an idiot. He wants revenge on the Bloodline for taking his partner and his partner, meaning Randy Orton, as well as trying to end his career. So, Matt Riddle's got revenge on his mind for Randy Orton, for them trying to end his career, all that stuff. So that was a good segment. Next up, this was another match I really didn't care about, especially, just disqualification finishes don't do it for me. It was non-titled. There was nothing about this that did anything for me. Back at ringside, Bobby Lashley heads down to the ring. Austin Theory follows. We got the United States Champion Austin Theory going one-on-one with the almighty Bobby Lashley in a non-title match. The bell rings, both men lock up. Lashley delivers a shoulder tackle and plants Theory. Theory fires off right hands and looks for a suplex, but Lashley reverses it and hits a delayed vertical suplex, as he then sends Theory crashing to the outside and looks to get him back in, but Theory hits a jawbreaker off the top rope and then delivers several back elbows and a stomp to Lashley's midsection. But Lashley delivers a shoulder to his midsection as Theory rolls to the outside and Lashley follows him out there. Lashley sends Theory crashing into the ring apron and then sends him colliding with the ring post. And then we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Theory sends Lashley into the ring post shoulder first as he rolls him up, but Lashley kicks out. Theory rains down some right hands and delivers a stomp, and he then cinches in a chin lock. Lashley escapes, and Theory catches him with a right hand and then delivers a series of stomps as he charges at Lashley. But Lashley ducks out of the way and Theory collides with the ring post shoulder first. Lashley then delivers a choke slam and a splash in the corner before he sets up for the spear. Theory ducks it and gets Lashley up for an 8-count down, but Lashley escapes and delivers a power slam as he cinches in the Hurt Lock. But Bronson Reed appears out of nowhere and delivers a splash to Bobby Lashley to cause the disqualification. So, your winner, obviously, would beat Bobby Lashley by disqualification due to outside interference from Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed then delivers a second splash and goes flying off the ring apron to level Bobby Lashley, as he follows it up with a splash and then tosses Lashley in the ring and looks to continue to beat him down, but Lashley manages to cinch in the Hurt Lock. Theory delivers a drop kick to Lashley, allowing Reed to deliver a Samoan drop and a tsunami to Lashley. That was that. Now, I like the storyline development with Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. What I don't like is the disqualification finish and just the fact that Theory and Lashley faced each other in a nothing match, because Theory's not going to be going after the U.S. title. I don't even think Bronson Reed is going to be either. this is just going to be between Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley, and that's all this was used for, so none of this made no sense. I mean, you could have had, anything happen. I mean, you could have had a backstage segment where Bronson Reed would have tried to attack Bobby Lashley. You could have did something else. This is just a waste of a match. It wasn't even entertaining, and the ending part of this was the most entertaining. What's his name? Bronson Reed beat the shit out of Bobby Lashley and kind of got the one-up on him there. I mean, that was good because I want Bronson Reed to succeed, but, other than that, this really did nothing for me. It, really did. It did nothing for me. The match itself, but the storyline development with Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley is okay. Next up, one of the worst parts of the night happened, believe it or not. And this was not good at all. This was actually god-awful. It really was god-awful. And I told you guys this would be awful. I did. I remember telling you guys when the rumors first started going around that this will not work. And guess what? It already isn't working. Trish Stratus then heads down to the ring, and we hear from Trish Stratus, who's now a heel. Trish says when she first came to WWE, women's wrestling was a joke until she single-handedly changed everything. Trish says she brought credibility to a non-existent women's division, and there was no we with Lita. Trish says she was the first woman to main event Raw, and without her there is no Women's Revolution or no WrestleMania main event. Trish says that fans should have chanted "Thank you, Trish" instead of "This is awesome" at WrestleMania 35 during the main event. Trish says that Becky Lynch claims that the Women's Revolution started with the 4 horsewomen of the WWE, and the way Trish just said the 4 horsewomen, like how she said it, oh my god, it was cringe. And Trish says she wanted to see if Becky believed, her own hype, and Trish said which she did. Trish says Becky never thanked her for opening the door, but she's convincing. Trish says Becky manipulated Lita despite calling her out a year earlier. And then, Trish calls Lita Becky's sidekick. Trish says she is not a sidekick, and then says that she had to take out Lita last week. Trish says that she decided to take Becky out after the match, and says she's not a nostalgia act. She says she is the greatest of all time, and she's here in WWE to make sure that no one forgets it. So that's what Trish had to say, but she completely takes credit for the attack on Lita on WWE Monday Night Raw last week. Back in February, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus returned to the fray to help Lita, as well as Becky Lynch, defeat Dakota Kai and Io Sky for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, but not even 2 months later, and only 1 week after teaming with Lita and Becky to defeat Damage Control at WrestleMania 39. Trish turned on Becky on the, last week's Raw, April 10, 2023 episode of Raw, after losing the women's tag team titles to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Of course, she only participated in the match to begin with because Lita had been attacked earlier in the evening. So Monday night on Raw, Trish came clean, admitting that she was the one responsible for taking out her fellow WWE Hall of Famer and best friend Lita. So what made Trish do it? A lack of gratitude from Becky, apparently, as well as a lack of recognition from the WWE Universe. Trish took credit for the relevance of the current women's division and brushed aside her supposed best friend Lita in the process. This is when Trish said, and I quote, "I took out Lita. Yeah, I did it," Trish said to the crowd in Little Rock, Arkansas. "And the reason I needed Lita out of the picture is because I needed it to be crystal clear that the person who screwed Becky Lynch out of her titles was me." Trish did not stop there, though, knowing full well that Becky wasn't even in the building on Monday night. Trish then says, and I quote, "Becky, I am not your friend, and there will be no next time. And I made a point that very moment that I was going to make everything right, and I took out the man just like that." Trish continued declaring herself as the greatest of all time and the single most important figure in the history of the WWE. She held up the microphone, did a mic drop, that was it, and end of segment. But that's all we had. And now to my points on Trish Stratus and why this segment was fucking horrible. First off, women's wrestling in WWE is ice cold. Legitimately ice cold. Nothing exciting or must see. Who knows what can be done to fix it? I don't even know if the draft is going to fix it at this point. Because of what we've seen with Bianca Belair and Dakota Kai earlier. Holy shit. But going to Trish, I think that's why they have Trish here feuding with Becky, because they're trying desperately to do something here. But, I couldn't believe Trish Stratus. I couldn't believe in her. It looked like she was trying to hide a smile during her entire promo. Now, she did hit all the basic points that she needed to make, but she sounded awful. She didn't sound believable. Just the way she was talking was very robotic and very, monotone, no life in her voice. It just wasn't working at all. And, the piped-in boos from the crowd didn't help either, because those weren't real legitimate boos. They were not. They were not legitimate boos. I'm sorry. It just... No. It was all piped-in bullshit. And I mean, come on, people should know. People should know by now that... this is, my God, guys. They should fucking know those boos were piped in. But yeah, this was garbage. This was complete and utter fucking garbage. Trish Stratus as a heel does not work. I said it when the rumors first came out, Trish Stratus is turning heel. I'm like, yeah, we don't need Trish Stratus to turn heel. Nobody wants to boo her, and Trish Stratus is not a good heel. She wasn't a good heel, 18 years ago at WrestleMania 21 when she feuded with Christy Hemme, and she was a heel back then. She was not that great of a heel. What's going to make it different now? Nothing. Trish is a natural babyface, and that's what she needs to be. This heel shtick doesn't work. I'm afraid that this feud with Becky is going to be a disaster by the time it's all said and done, because if this is the way it started, which this is the way it started, it was horrible. And now things get even worse. Meech and Mia Yim and Candice LeRae against Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green in a women's tag team match. Who the fuck cares? Plus Chelsea Green's in the match. It's like, fuck her. Chelsea Green and Meech and Mia Yim begin the action. The bell rings and Meech sends Chelsea into the top turnbuckle face first. Should have rearranged her face while she was at it. Candice then tags in and delivers a senton, but Chelsea fires back with a knee and tags in Sonya. Sonya and Chelsea look for a double suplex, but Candice levels them both before she spots Nikki Cross watching on from in the crowd as she ascends the top rope. Nikki Cross, too. What a fucking waste she is. What is she even doing there? Sonya then takes advantage of the distraction and knocks her down. Sonya tags in Chelsea, and both women deliver a double suplex as Chelsea looks for an elbow drop, but Candice tags in Michin as Chelsea tags in Sonya. Michin delivers a Hurricane Run and a dropkick, and then executes Code Blue. Sonya pins Michin, but the referee spots her feet on the ropes. Chelsea then tags in and delivers the I'm prettier, instead of the unprettier, the I'm prettier for the 1, 2, 3 in the pin and the win. Your winners are Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, and of course they had to give the cunt Chelsea Green the pinfall. Winners are Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, and of course, after the match, Chelsea Green tosses a drink in Liv Morgan's face. Let me tell you something, Chelsea Green really is a piece of shit human being. Not just because of what she does on screen, she really is a piece of shit human being. Fuck Chelsea Green. God, I can't stand her. Yeah, so this match was fucking garbage. Who cares? And of course, it's a women's match. All the women's segments sucked. Bianca Belair and Dakota Kai sucked. Trish Stratus sucked. And this match with, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green against Michin, Mia and Candice LeRae, that match fucking sucked. So everything with women all across the board tonight was a big fucking L. It was a big fucking L. All across the board for women. Hold on here. Alright, I think we're back now. Okay. So, yeah, after the match, Chelsea Green tosses a drink in Liv Morgan's face. Okay. We head backstage to the Street Profits, Rick Boogs and Elias talking about the upcoming draft. And, Baron Corbin walks in and reminds the Street Profits that tag teams can be split up in the draft. Elias then informs Boogs that no matter which brand he ends up on, he'll put in a good word for Boogs. Akira Tozawa came on in and kind of joined in, and Baron Corbin was there, and then Baron Corbin wanted to talk to Akira Tozawa, but Akira Tozawa wanted no part of Corbin, and Tozawa told Corbin he sucks. So I'm sure this is going to lead to Akira Tozawa versus Baron Corbin, which sounds like Vince McMahon fucking creative all over it. That's garbage. And then finally, guys, we got the main event of the evening for WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. Are you guys ready for it? Let's get into it. So in our main event of the evening here, we go back at ringside. The Judgment Day heads down to the ring. Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley. Mommy. The Judgment Day all head down to the ring because Rhea Ripley's in their corner. And then they're going against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. They follow. So Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle against the Judgment Day of Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Mommy Rhea Ripley in their corner. Yeah, this is the main event. So, this main event was good because it had to do with the whole, show long. It was a complete show long story here of Bloodline with the Judgment Day. So that's what made this amazing. You know, it did. It really did. And, you know, the whole thing is, you gotta appreciate, you know, a show-wide storyline with the Bloodline, the LWO, and the Judgment Day. That's what made this good. What's up, Hunter? How's it going? We're at main event time. Alright, so 1 year ago today, a legend was born on April 18th. It's when Veer beat Jeff Brooks. Yeah, that was on Monday Night Raw last year. Oh, man. Good stuff. So the bell rings. Finn Balor and Sami Zayn begin the action. The bell rings. Both men lock up. Damian Priest and Kevin Owens tag in. KO looks for a shoulder tackle, but Priest blocks it. He manages to deliver a dropkick and a senton, but Priest recovers and tags Balor back in. KO delivers an air raid crash to Balor. KO ends up on the outside, where Rhea Ripley is waiting with the clothesline as Balor then gets KO back in the ring and beats him down. KO manages to fight him off and tags in Riddle. Riddle then delivers a pair of kicks and a fisherman suplex, and then Riddle hits a Broton and a second fisherman suplex. Dominic Mysterio tags in, and Matt Riddle sends him to the outside. And then, goes up to the top for a moonsault. Priest catches him with a chokeslam onto the ring apron. We go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. Priest delivers a forearm to Riddle. Both men go back and forth with kicks before Priest delivers a forearm and a back elbow as Balor tags in for a moment. But, tags Priest back in. Balor delivers a backbreaker and Priest follows it up with a leg drop. And Dominic and Sammy then tag in. Sammy hits a back body drop and then ascends to the top rope as he hits a powerbomb and goes for a pin. But Dominic kicks out. Sammy ascends to the top, but Rhea knocks him off. This allows Dominic to hit a frog splash and goes for a pin. But KO breaks up the fall here. And Sammy runs the ropes to level all the competitors on the outside. But Rhea catches his foot. And the referee catches her and ejects her from ringside, allowing Dominic to roll up Sammy. So Sammy kicks out and hits a Blue Thunder bomb and then tags in KO. KO ascends to the top and looks for a Swanton bomb. Now, but Dominic gets his knees up and tags in Balor. Balor takes a trip up to the top rope and looks for the coup de grace. But KO rolls out of the way and tags in Sammy. KO hits a stunner before Sammy follows it up with a haluva kick and tags in Riddle. Riddle then ascends to the top and hits the floating bro for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Matt Riddle and the floating bro gets it done. Can you believe it? I like the whole way to finish off, the whole triple finisher. So, Balor got it. He got the triple. He went up top for the coup de grace. KO rolled out of the way. When Balor had to roll through after coming down on his feet, Sammy KO tagged in Sammy, but first KO hit the stunner. Sammy followed it up with a haluva kick. That's when Balor finally went down because he stayed on his feet after the stunner, went in the corner, but then went down with the super kick, or after the haluva kick, and then Sammy tagged Riddle. Riddle then went up to the top, hit the floating bro for the 1-2-3 and the pin of the win. So, your winners are Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle. the Judgment Day lose. Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, they lose. So it looks like the Judgment Day is going to be in debt to our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, because the Bloodline held up to their end of the bargain, but the Judgment Day did not. And then after the match, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay the Usos, and Solo Sikoa appear, and they attack Sami Zayn, Matt Riddle, and Kevin Owens, because now the six-man tag is official for Backlash. Rey Mysterio's music then hits, and Rey Mysterio appears alongside the rest of the LWO. The Latino World Order then takes down the Usos, Solo, and the Judgment Day. Rey delivers the 619 to his own son Dominic as Kevin Owens sends Damian Priest crashing into the announce desk. LWO, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle are left standing tall as Monday Night Raw, as the show goes off the air. That was it. I don't know what's going on here with all this warfare. I mean, you got a draft coming up. Unless they're already kind of teasing, which stars are going where. Because, you got all this stuff going on. It looks like they got a lot of stuff planned, and you got a draft coming up. So it's like, you can't really separate any of these people if you really want to get everybody involved. That's what I'm a little lost about. But it was a good match. I think the ending was right, with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle beating the Judgment Day. I'm excited to hear, what's going to happen now with the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. This could cause a whole feud between them. And then when a feud happens, really the Usos could say that they don't have to fight this fight because, they didn't even know that this plan was coming together. So keep that in mind. They could say, we knew nothing about the plan. What are we going to fight the Judgment Day for? Why are we going to fight Roman's battle when he's the one that made this deal with the Judgment Day and didn't even ask us about it, didn't even tell us nothing? It's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Then the other big news of the day that everybody was reading a lot into, I'll get into this. Everybody was getting into this here. But trust me, the news about Becky Lynch, everybody was in an uproar. But I'll tell you this, Becky ain't going nowhere. Becky Lynch reveals that she will not be at WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. The April 17, 2023 edition of WWE Monday Night Raw will be coming to us live from the Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas. This evening, and is set to feature Brock Lesnar and WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus as we inch closer to the Backlash Premium Live event on May 6th. However, one spectacular superstar who will apparently not be in attendance is former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, the man Becky Lynch. Early Monday afternoon, Becky tweeted out a simple 7-word message that stated, "I will not be coming to Raw today." So, with the USA Network handle tweeting the eyes emoji 30 minutes after her initial tweet, shortly followed by Trish Stratus responding with a tweet of her own, it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that this is for storyline purposes. With that being said, we do not and likely will not know for sure until Raw airs later tonight. In the meantime, Trish Stratus has some explaining to do. Last week on Raw, Lita was attacked backstage and thus unable to defend her WWE Women's Tag Team titles alongside Becky Lynch against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Trish Stratus then stepped in to take Lita's place, but after being pinned by Liv Morgan to lose the titles, Trish Stratus turned on Becky Lynch before knocking her out with her signature chick kick. And then last Monday marked the first time that Becky attempted to defend the women's tag team titles since winning them alongside Lita on the February 27, 2023 edition of WWE Monday Night Raw, thanks in large part to a returning Trish Stratus. That match then set up their WrestleMania 39 Trio Showdown against Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Technically, Lita herself never got to defend the championship, and will undoubtedly be awaiting an explanation tonight in Becky's absence. So, that's what we got. And this sent everybody into a frenzy. Everybody. Not me, because, come on, I know Becky ain't going nowhere. I can't believe everybody took this and ran with it, but they did. They really did. They took this and they went completely ham with this whole thing. I'm a little bit shocked by it, to be honest with you. You know, I'm shocked that people really, they went for this hook, line, and sinker, boy. Oh, shit. Alright. There we go. The other news that came out. Becky Lynch is reportedly dealing with a foot injury, and her WWE contract is not up until 2024. So, Becky Lynch is not going anywhere anytime soon. Earlier today, Becky Lynch sent the wrestling world into a small meltdown when she revealed on Twitter that she would not be at WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. You know, while surprising enough on its own, when combined with her removing her bio and dropping her verification badge due to changing her display name to her legal name, Rebecca Quinn, speculation quickly stirred about Becky's status within the WWE. However, a new report from Fightful Select tempered the flames of speculation, revealing that Becky is most likely out tonight due to an ongoing foot injury that has recently been exacerbated. As for Becky's contract status, Fightful reported that she is currently signed with the WWE until the summer of 2024. Having re-signed with the company, with the WWE, upon her return at the 2021 SummerSlam Premium Live event. Although contract negotiations are not reported to have begun with WWE and Becky Lynch, there are believed to be a number of other deals that will need to be renegotiated before they expire in 2024. Questions about Becky's status following the changes to her Twitter page was almost certainly exacerbated by Drew McIntyre's recent Twitter blackout. Drew McIntyre's deal with WWE is set to expire later this year, and on Friday, Drew McIntyre removed his bio and blacked out his profile picture and header on Twitter. Drew McIntyre and the WWE are reportedly nowhere close to a new deal, and according to Fightful, Drew McIntyre's deal with the WWE is set to expire within 9 months, which would be right before or right after the new year for 2024. Now, Becky Lynch is coming off of a WrestleMania 39 Trios victory, her latest over longtime rivals Damage Control, and a tag team championship betrayal last week on Raw, in which fill-in teammate Trish Stratus took the pinfall to lose the titles before kicking Becky Lynch right in the head and face with the chip kick. So, that's what we got. That's everything on Becky Lynch. Only thing that I can tell you guys is that, no fear. Becky Lynch ain't going nowhere. And I mean nowhere, guys. Don't even think about it. She's staying right where she is, and that's just that, Simple. Simple, simple, simple. And that is all I got. That is all I got. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar is official for Backlash. WWE was promoting a live appearance by Bad Bunny for next Monday's Raw in Chicago at the Allstate Arena. And that's about it. That's all the stuff that we got, leading into next week. Then as far as what I would rate this show on WWE Monday Night Raw tonight, it was 2 good matches, the first match and the last match, and then all the segments involving the Bloodline and the Judgment Day, and then everything else in between was just mediocre, and then all the women's stuff was complete garbage. You take all that and you roll it into one. I'm going to go ahead and say that WWE Monday Night Raw, and the Cody Rhodes Brock Lesnar thing was absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to say WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday. Monday, April 17th, 2023. I'm going to go ahead and give this show a... Oh, and Miz and Seth Rollins was good, but I just didn't care about it. But WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday, April 17th, 2023 gets a 4 out of 10. I'm going to go below average because there was just more bad than good. So 4 out of 10, guys. 4. Not good tonight. Not good. So, anyway, let's finish off this water. Cheers to you. Alright, get booze, get booze, get booze, get booze. Alright, folks. So, yeah, 4 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw tonight. That's going to do it for me right here tonight on Beyond the Ring with Big T. So I will see you guys next time. Yes, there will be a next time for me right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your AEW Dynamite review results show and all your coverage for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite, probably at about 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or so, after Dynamite and All Access. And don't forget us, and we won't forget you. And of course, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs, right here on the internet, right here on YouTube.com today. Always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And then, of course, everybody, don't forget to leave your likes, leave your comments, and subscribe to the channel, and donate to the channel, and all that good stuff. And I thank you guys very much for all that. And, and of course, thank you everybody for watching and listening to your WWE Monday Night Raw review result show for today, Monday, April 17th, 2023. Wish I could have gave you guys a better opinion on the show, but there really was not much to tonight's show, and pretty disappointing to say the least. But there you go. So, and as always, everybody, most importantly, always remember, never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T. And I will see all of you at the matches, and I'll see all of you for your AEW Dynamite coverage on Wednesday. So WWE, you gotta step up your game. This felt more like a Vince McMahon show tonight. Can't help but think Vince McMahon is running creative no matter what they say, no matter what WWE says. But Alright, so I'm your host, Big T. I'll see all of you at the matches, and take care, everybody. I love you all. And of course, good night, everybody. Ha 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 ha.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring. Big T.